This is Alex Sink from Fraunhofer, live from BES in Delhi, BES Broadcast Engineering Society's Expo and Convention 2020. We have a fantastic DRM presence this year at the show with 2 booths full of innovation, and we want to show to you some of these innovations from the booth, bring them to you wherever you are watching. We start with the beginning of the transmission, the encoder chain. We have a live transmission chain for DRM in the FM band operating, which can be proven on the Android phone, receiving live our on-air signal available at the booth with multiple services, audio, journal line, emergency warning functionality. But what equipment really is required and what does it take to go on air with DRM in the FM band? For that, I've invited Jens Schröder from RF Mondial, one of the DRM partners, and he will explain the chain.
Thanks, Alex. So what we can see here on the screen is the remote user interface of the DRM content server. As you can see here, we have created a multiplex which shows live information from the current multiplex that is on air. You can see here that there is 4 services available, especially there are 3 audio services with allocated data services with it. We have journal line, for example. We have an audio service from AIR FM Rainbow. We have AIR Vivid Brati with a journal line service, and especially we have the audio and data services for the emergency warning functionality test. Once the content server has created its signal from the studio via an IP link, it is handed over to the transmission site. Here, of course, we do not have a huge transmitter, we just have a local laboratory signal generator. It is basically a DRM modulator with an RF output of 0 dBm, and in addition we have a little amplifier that is then fed to the small antenna, and then we can feed the whole show with a DRM Plus transmission. In this case, we have a special functionality as well to show the emergency warning functionality. So we have a button, and when I press that button, the signaling of DRM is used to create an alarm.
If this had been an actual emergency, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area.
Which shows that as well as the receiver,
this test of the emergency broadcast
they will show information of the current emergency on air.
Is conducting a test of the emergency broadcast system.
The button normally is not pressed by a user, but that's normally a government institution that is organizing when such an emergency alert via broadcast is sent out. Now we've ended the emergency alert, and now we can have a normal broadcasting situation again. So I hand over to Alex again. Thank you.
Thanks. DRM, Digital Radio Mondial, is more than just your digital next generation AM and FM. It can do a lot more for the public and for the good of the society. Let's have a look at one example that we are presenting at BES. This is the public signage service based on DRM transmission, which means that this public signage service to be installed in a public place does not require any internet, any working IP, any mobile connection. It receives the information over the air from the DRM transmission of all in the radio. In this case, the content that is presented on this public signage demonstrator is exactly the same journal line content that is shown on all the radios receiving live signal here at the booth at BES. In this case, we have lots of information. We have sports updates, latest political news, we have celebrity news, Mandi prices with the latest stock updates on onions, and so on. Plenty of information sources. However, the true magic happens if, God forbid, an emergency happens. Let's say a tsunami is rolling in, and the public needs to be informed as quickly as possible to get away, to find a shelter. This is what we can do with the public signage as well. Actually, in the case of an emergency, the public signage screen becomes a full public announcement service. We switch on the audio, we alert the people surrounding the screen, we have the bar that indicates there's an emergency going on, and we have the information, the news about the type of information and what people need to do to get to safety.
If this had been an actual emergency, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area.
We welcome Dolby from the US as the latest member to the DRM consortium family, now supporting the work and the rollout of DRM digital radio worldwide, including particularly here in India. So now we are with NXP, a company from Bangalore that is developing and implementing the DRM solution for digital radio, particularly for the automotive market here in Bangalore. And please introduce yourself and then what products you're presenting.
My name is Sushil Kumar Gupta. I am a program manager in NXP and responsible for DRM activities running in Bangalore. In the display we have 3 products. This is the high-end solution for the DRM for automotive segment. We have a low-end platform for desktop radio to cater the market for the low-end segment. Third product we have, it's existing DRM receiver in the automotive in one of the Suzuki platforms, and we, with the software upgrade, we have upgraded it to receive the DRM in FM band. There is no hardware changes required. Just by having the software upgrade, we are able to receive the live reception in DRM in FM band.
This is the Gospel booth, a strong supporter of DRM for many years. Gospel is located in China, but actually is working with a heart from India, the DRM technology. Let's have a look at what the news is for this year from Gospel with many new exciting developments. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, this is Nilesh here. I'm from Gospel. We are the DRM receiver manufacturer, and this year targeting the India market, we recently have introduced a new portable receiver which is 224, 226, 228 for the portable market, which is available with multifunctional device. Not only the DRM receiver, it has the Bluetooth connectivity and it has the inbuilt battery, so people can have the can use it on a versatile requirement. And in parallel, we also have the product for the automotive market, the GR502, which one is for the aftermarket, and GR501, which is for the OEM market. This is our GR216. You all might aware about the audio quality of this receiver. I just want to add one more thing. All receivers are having the capability of software upgrade, and the same can be used for the DRM in FM. Thank you.
This is Intod, one of the very innovative companies here in India. Actually, apart from winning so many prizes in India, they are also now the proud recipients of the DRM Enterprise Award 2019. And we just handed over the prize to Intod. This is Rajit. Let's have a look at what the innovation is, what the news are for this year from Intod.
Hi, I'm Rajit. I work for Intod. We have different products of different form factors in DRM receiver, supporting both AM and FM reception. This is one of our key products. This is for desktop radios. This supports both AM and FM reception in DRM. Also analog AM and FM. Also USB playback, file playback. And this is the automotive evaluation board, supporting both DRM in AM and FM band. And we have one in mobile, Android phone. This also supports the DRM in AM and FM band. So we support customers, mainly automotive customers in the market. We are also looking forward to support desktop receivers in the market.
A known device from many years back, Avion, the Avion receiver. That is a design and a model created in India for India, with remote control available and full featured. It has emergency warning functionality, it has journal line support, and now we learned this year that this model will get a major upgrade. There will be full support for DRM in all bands, meaning including the FM band, to be prepared for the launch of digital FM in India with DRM. We have innovative other features that will be added to this device, and hopefully we will even see a completely new price point. Now we are with Starwaves, a company that is very innovative with new receiver models, particularly designed for the Indian market, full featured with DRM in all bands and all the bells and whistles. Let's have a look at those devices that made a real splash at BES 2020. I'll hand over to Johannes to introduce himself and to introduce the new products.
Hello everyone, and welcome to BES 2020. Please see the new receivers, the new range of receivers from Starwaves. Everything here is new, and everything that you see here is less than 5,000 rupees. So we have targeted the Indian market with affordable receivers, starting with the tuk-tuk radio. Tuk-tuk radio is something that you really can have in a three-wheeler or in a car, or you can install it somewhere in your house or wherever you want. It's a basic functionality. It works with a 5-volt power supply. It can be connected to the car battery and can be connected to external speakers as done here. All the receivers on this table also receive DRM in all bands, so in the AM bands, including medium wave and short wave, and in the FM band. And next one is a small receiver here. It's a pocket receiver. Then we have different colors of the new Bluetooth speaker with DRM radio. Also a water resistant Bluetooth speaker with integrated DRM radio. This one can float on the water, so you can take it to your pool. And last but not least, a receiver from Nedis. Nedis is one of our partners, and we have developed this radio. This one was already shown a few months back. Everything else is new at BES. So price-wise, we're talking about something coming between 2,000 and 3,000 rupees, depending on the volumes for these smaller receivers, and between 4,000 and 5,000 for the larger receivers. But again, we can talk about quantities, and the price will come down with larger volumes. Another receiver is here. This receiver can also has a display to show journal line services, etc. Also, the other radios have an interface optional for Bluetooth, that you can get the journal line information from there. Also, all radios include the emergency warning functionality.
Here we are showing an innovative solution specifically created by the DRM Consortium for its members, which is a monitoring service for the content of ongoing DRM transmissions. And we invite all the broadcasters, DRM broadcasters out there, to join and make their services available for the monitoring. What we see at the moment is a map of India. We can see that several of these transmitters are in green. They are already operating new content servers which are capable of online monitoring. And once I click on one of the sites, I can listen live to the exact content that is broadcast at this moment from that particular service. I can listen to the audio, I can watch the information that is being broadcast, the text information by All India Radio, and so on. The purpose of this service is to give confidence and a way to easily check on the current transmissions to both the technical staff at various broadcasters, but also for the content people, for the people in the editorial room, to see what their content looks like when it is broadcast, how it appears to the listeners, to engage them, to enrich the content, and really make the best out of the potential that DRM gives them.
Thank you.